Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome Dr. Ashish Srivatsava sir to this session. I also welcome Dr. Sham Prasad sir to this 3-day FTP. Indeed, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ashish Srivatsava sir to this August gathering. Professor Ashish Srivatsava is a distinguished academic leader and a respected figure among students and scholars in higher education. He is a professor of higher education policy and dean of academic and research at the Inter-University Center for Teacher Education, IUCTE BHU, Banaras Hindu University, which is an autonomous center under the University Grants Commission in Varanasi. An alumnus of the University of Lucknow and Devi Ahalya Vishwavidyalaya Indore, Professor Srivatsava has held foundational roles at renowned institutions including Vishwabharati, a central university and an institution of national importance in Shantiniketan, West Bengal, and Mahatma Gandhi Central University, MGO in Champaran, Bihar, where he served as Dean of the School of Education, Director of Academic Affairs, and Campus Director. Professor Srivatsava is associated with over 80 institutions across India in various advisory, governance, and academic roles, contributing extensively to national and state educational bodies, including UGC, ICSSR, NCTE, and NCERT. His expertise has also been sought by the governments of Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Odisha, Punjab, and Uttarakhand. He has also served as executive and academic council, planning and monitoring boards, and boards of studies and school boards across multiple central universities and prestigious institutions. His research involvement includes projects funded by IITE, MGNCRE, ICSSR, and the Ministry of Education, focusing on critical educational issues. As a prolific speaker, Professor Srivatsava has delivered over 800 plus lectures across 120 plus institutions in higher and school education, covering topics such as national education policies and issues in educational research. His extensive scholarly contributions includes numerous publications, addresses contemporary educational issues and philosophies. A recipient of Maya Gold Foundation Award of the United States of America for Excellence and Service as a Young Academic Leader 2020. Professor Srivatsava's work continues to shape and enrich India's educational landscape, underscoring his impact as a transformative figure in the field of education. Sir, once again, I welcome you to this session. And over to you.
Roughly around 10-15 years back, I was doing one course, and last day, post lunch, last session was being dealt by one very good professor. So after 15-20 minutes deliberation, he saw that the backbenchers were slept. So he was knowing me. He said that Ashish, जरा इनको जगा दीजिए, जरा इनको जगा दीजिए. Then I shared 2 lines with that professor. That was in Hindi. Can you understand this? So I said, सर ये अपराध मुझसे मत कराइए. सर ये अपराध मुझसे मत कराइए. आपने सुलाया है, आप ही जगाइए. So I think my message is loud and clear. So last day, last session, post lunch session. So you are exposed to, aware of many inputs, many intent on Indian knowledge system. And I will be sharing my inputs in an indicative manner. My presentation is there. I have shared with Dr. Madhusudanji. He will be sharing that presentation with you. Now you are overloaded with content. So I will be speaking indicatively. Let me share with one small exercise, very small exercise. You all have pen and paper and pen and pad in your hand. Just a small exercise. And because you all are from engineering, science, mathematics background, draw a rectangle with 3 straight lines. Draw a rectangle with 3 straight lines. If you can draw, just tell me. Draw a rectangle with 3 straight lines. I am not here to test you. I am not here to test. I am just creating a context to start my deliberation. So for this reason, I am conducting this exercise. Draw a rectangle with 3 straight lines. So because here is there is no board here, so I don't want to waste your time. I am drawing that rectangle with 3 straight lines. Fine, indicatively, a rectangle with 3 straight lines. 1, 2, 3. A rectangle with 3 straight lines. Why we could not think of in this manner? Because we have been groomed, we have been trained in such a regimented manner that thinking out of the box is not at all possible for us. Thinking out of the box. Now, in order to bring IKS in a real sense, requires such mindset where we need to think out of the box. Number one. Number two, I am telling you one statement, you are supposed to write that statement. But before telling that statement, I am giving 2 cautions to you. I am going to tell you one statement. Before telling that statement, I am giving you 2 cautions. Caution number 1, whatever I will be saying 100% correct. Caution number 2, whatever I am saying, you are supposed to write that only. Fine? Now listen the statement and write the statement. 10 horses have 24 legs. 10 horses have 24 legs. 10 horses have 24 legs. No, you cannot argue. Forget caution number 3. You cannot argue. You have to write this. 10 horses have 24 legs. If anyone can write. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So, see, I asked 10 horses have 24 legs. So, you must have written 2 for 24 legs in terms of, is it 20 FOUR4? Is that okay? But you didn't listen my cautions. I said whatever I will be saying correct. Number 1. Number 2, whatever I will be saying, you need to write that. So, both the cautions you didn't bother. Why? Because 10 horses cannot have 24 legs. But I said, I made first caution that I will be speaking correct. So I said 10 horses have TWENTY 20 FORE legs. FORE legs, not FOUR legs. 10 घोड़ों के आगे के 20 पैर. 10 horses have 24 legs. Now why I have shared this? In my classes, I often start with a joke. Joke is of 2 deafs. Deafs जिनको सुनाई नहीं पड़ता. So first deaf asked second deaf, friend, are you going to the market? The second replied, no, I am going to the market. Then first one said, oh, I thought you are going to the market. Why I shared this joke, because somehow in our classrooms, pan India, we are behaving like these 2 deafs. That day I shared Swami Ranganathanan's quote, that what is education? Education is something mysterious which passes from lecture note of a professor to the notebook of a student using pen without using the mind of either. So why I am sharing this? Because we are supposed to deal with the very important concept, that is Indian knowledge system. Now we are doing one mistake nationwide. Nationwide, we are doing one mistake, which I was discussing with Dr. Shyam Prasad ji before coming to this hall, and for last 2 days with madam. In the name of IKS, what we are doing, in many of the institutions, we are adding 1 credit, 2 credit paper in the curriculum, or in some of the universities, those who are more enthusiastic, they are coming up with the PG course, MA in IKS, BA in IKS, BTech in IKS, MTech, whatever it is. This is not at all going to solve the purpose. So IKS is something which as a teacher we need to understand from the inputs of our legacy, and then we need to bring those inputs in the curriculum, in the pedagogy, in the assessment of our daily classroom transactions, whatever we are teaching. If you are teaching physics, you need to look at the inputs from the legacy, you need to search those inputs, You need to talk, you need to take those inputs into your classrooms, in physics, in chemistry, in biology, in biotechnology, in music, in history, in chemistry, whatever it is. So that is we are supposed to do. Now one more story. Let me share one story with you. There was a man who was walking in an elephant camp. I said I will be speaking in an indicative manner. Presentation is there. I will be showing the presentation. I will be handing over this presentation to you. And you are over flooded with ideas. So I am sharing my concern in an indicative manner. So there was a person who was walking in an elephant camp. So when he entered into that camp, he saw that all the elephants were not kept in any cages. They were kept in open grounds with no boundary, and they were tied with one of the small khuta with very thin rope, that too tied in one of the legs of elephant. He was surprised that why these powerful elephants are not using their strength to break the rope and escape the camp. So he was surprised, he was amused, and he went to the owner that what is this surprising you have managed. So now listen the reply of owner. So the owner replied that, my dear friend, when they were young and they were not having this much of strength, this small size of rope was more than sufficient to hold them back. With the passage of time, they gained their body, they gained their strength, they gained their power, but the idea they could not change, because at that level of idea they could not change those experiences. In spite of having power, in spite of having strength, in spite of having all the essential things, they are unable to break the rope. Now we have passed more than 7.5 decades. We have gained enough strength, enough power. Only thing is, we need to think out of the box. There is a book by J. Krishnamurti, very thin, small size book, very small size book by J. Krishnamurti, Educating the Educator. Educating the Educator. Why I am referring this book? Suppose including me in the hall is roughly around 50 people. So if we 50 people, wherever we are working, wherever we are living, if we start contributing our bit, things will get changed. There was one professor, very renowned professor, Professor M.S. Soda. He was the Vice Chancellor Professor of Physics. He was Deputy Director of Delhi IIT, Vice Chancellor of Indore, Bhopal and Lucknow University. In one of the program, he was saying one statement, again in Hindi. एक कहावत है हिंदी में, ना नौमन तेल होगा ना राधा नाचेगी, ना नौमन तेल होगा ना राधा नाचेगी. He said, let Radha start dancing. No, नहीं, 90 मन तेल इकट्ठा हो जाएगा. But we keep waiting कि resources आ जाएं, तो ये आ जाए, तो वो आ जाए, तो हम काम करना शुरू करें. So delivering requires our zeal, mindset. Resources are important. They have a role to play. But our understanding, our enthusiasm, our critical approach, our dedication can bring. So, if you look at the pedagogy, because you are from engineering and technological background. So when we say term pedagogy, there are 3 kinds of pedagogy. Now you need to look at each term. 3 kinds of pedagogy: transmittive pedagogy, generative pedagogy, and transformative pedagogy. Transmittive, generative, and transformative. Now in our ancient education system, we were having this transformative kind of pedagogy. Now we need to understand these terms: transmittive pedagogy, generative pedagogy, transformative pedagogy. Now when I share these 3 forms of pedagogy, people say ki a kind of conventional classification. So if you look at the latest modern concept which we are discussing nowadays under TQM in education. How many of you are aware of TQM? Total Quality Management in Education. Under this TQM, we are discussing one concept, that is taxonomy of educatedness. Taxonomy of educatedness. This taxonomy of educatedness talks about entire taxonomy in four stages. Four stages. Informed is the first stage, cultured is the second stage, emancipated is the third stage, and self-realized is the fourth stage. So whether you are a faculty member of engineering or technology or music or Sanskrit or chemistry or any subject, irrespective of your subject, irrespective of your discipline, irrespective of your position, irrespective of the nature of management of your institution, irrespective of everything, these are some fundamental things which as a teacher we need to imbibe: pedagogy, transmittive, generative, transformative, and taxonomy of educatedness: informed, cultured, emancipated and self-realized. Now what does ये इन steps का मतलब मतलब क्या है? Informed. So we are what we are discussing, taxonomy of educated. Informed means providing students content at the level of information. At the level of information. 2 1 ja 2 to 2 ja 4 to 3 ja 6 to 4 ja, it is at the level of information. Or if you look at any packet of cigarette, it is written smoking is injurious to health. That is at the level of information. Now whether we are obeying, inculcating, following those information, that means cultured. So informed at the level of information, then utilizing those informations into daily life is cultured. Then once you are informed, you are cultured. Third stage is emancipated. Emancipated means what? Taking our students to that level from where he or she can think beyond different divisive points like caste, class, reason, religion. इन सब से ऊपर उठ करके वो एक अच्छे व्यक्ति और बुरे व्यक्ति के रूप में लोगों को पहचान पाए, neither on the basis of all these divisive points. And then self-realized. Now this self-realized, what the term I am using, is different from philosophical self-realization. What is this philosophical self-realization? आत्मा का परमात्मा से मिलन, आत्मा का परमात्मा में विलय हो जाना. But in TQM, self-realization is something different. What is this self-realization? I am using two statements to make you understand this. Self-realized, two statements. Number one, what a man can do, must do. What a man can be, must be. What a man can do, must do. What a man can be, must be. Now what does it mean? Suppose I am a teacher and I am having 50 students in my class. So you all know, you all are teachers, learned colleagues. All the 50 students are different. All the 50 students are different. Different in terms of what? Different in terms of their intelligence, their personality, their attitude, their aptitude, their creativity, their interest, different parameters. Now, each student, according to their capacity, what a man can do, must do. If it is being done, that means self-realization is there. So pedagogy, taxonomy of educatedness, all these things we need to understand. Now, my dear friends, my dear colleagues, I was discussing with Dr. Shyam Prasad ji. We know three words, combination of words. Brain drain, you know, we drained the brain. Brain gain, USA gained the brain, for example. So we drained the brain, USA gained the brain. This is a matter of concern. This is a matter of concern. But frankly speaking, I am not much concerned with this loss because this relates to the financial loss. This relates to financial loss. Why I am not much concerned? Because we Indian are having philosophy of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The entire world is a family. तो family का कोई member यहाँ से निकला और अमेरिका चला गया, कोई बात नहीं. Now I need your attention on the third word where IKS can be brought in to take care of all problems. The third word is where I need your attention is waste of mind. Waste of mind. Brain drain, brain gain, enough done. Waste of mind. Waste of mind. बहुत सारे लोग लुढ़कने लगे हैं, खाने का जो असर है अपनी अपनी कुर्सियों पे टेढ़े हो रहे हैं. Waste of mind. So this waste of mind we need to take care, and this waste of mind is being done very cruelly nationwide. And whatever big dreams we are dreaming, whatever, in order to capitalize all those dreams, we need to capitalize this demographic dividend. India is a country of youth today. So when India is a country of youth today, Japan is a country of old today. India is a country of youth today, having median age less than 28. Having median age less than 20. So will India remain country of youth forever? No, we all understand these things. It's a cyclic process. Today India is a country of youth. Tomorrow it will be a country of adult. Day after tomorrow it will be a country of old. But today India is a country of youth. And whatever big dreams we are dreaming, in order to realize those dreams, we need to capitalize this demographic dividend. We need to capitalize this demographic dividend. Then only Vishwaguru kind of, Vishwaguru is a big word nowadays, big dream we are dreaming. To be a Vishwaguru, we need to be a world class. To be world class, first we need to be a national class. To be a national class, first we need to be a state class. To be a state class, first we need to be a university class. Unfortunately, I am sure you will be agreeing with me, plenty of universities are not even university class. Plenty of universities are not even university class. In any ranking parameters, frameworks, you can see all these things. Now, let me tell you one personal experience. I was delivering one lecture at Coimbatore, and I was sharing day before yesterday. And that time I was faculty member of Shantiniketan. So after delivering lecture in Coimbatore, I was traveling back to Shantiniketan. My transit flight was from Mumbai airport. So when I was waiting for my flight, in the hall, big hoarding was hanged. Big hoarding. And on that big hoarding, only two statements were written. Only two statements. First statement, 100-year-old university may not prepare you for the next 10. 100-year-old university may not prepare you for the next 10. Full stop. Second line, we do, full stop. We do, full stop. I immediately clicked the picture, went Shantiniketan, took appointment of Vice Chancellor, went to meet Vice Chancellor. I showed that picture to Vice Chancellor. Vice Chancellor asked, Ashish, what is this? I said, sir, this is a clear slap on our face. This is a slap on our face. Why? Because we are in Shantiniketan, we are in BHU, we are in AMU, we are in Jamia, many institutions. So, we are dealing with obsolete curriculum, outdated curriculum, irrelevant curriculum, overloaded curriculum, which has no relevance with the industry, which has less relevance to the society. In spite of knowing the fact, आप सब जानते होंगे, the journey of industrial revolution 1.0 to industrial revolution 2.0 to industrial revolution 3.0 to industrial revolution 4.0 to industrial revolution 5.0. Nowadays, we are in 5.0. And all these revolutions 1.0 to 2.0 to 3.0 to 4.0 to 5.0 was responded by education 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0. आप इसको आप आज you can explore on all these aspects. But today, this is extremely high time when we need to understand the importance of having industry-academia dialogue, having academia-society dialogue, if we want to make us relevant, if we want to make this real IKS. भारत में एजुकेशन कभी भी सरकार का विषय नहीं थी. Never. Before Britishers, भारत में शिक्षा कभी भी राज्य का विषय नहीं थी. भारत में शिक्षा किसका विषय थी? समाज का विषय थी. Society used to take care of education. From the moment it shifted to Rajya, all deterioration started. And that is why we need to understand the importance. So IKS is something which we need to take care of from all squares of life. So this industrial revolution is one. Now, I don't know how many of you have gone through the National Education Policy document. See, I am not here to make any political comment, not at all. Whether you call it National Education Policy, or you convert it into State Education Policy, or you convert it into Karnataka Education Policy, or you convert it into Mysore Education Policy, whatever terminology you give it to it. Ultimately, you need to survive in the society, not Mysore society or Karnataka society, nationwide, worldwide. So you need to compete with all these expectations. In order to compete with those expectations, you need to have minimum understanding on these documents. Whether ये नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी हटा दो, इसका नाम एन हटा दो, वहां से एस कह दो उसको, यहाँ का कुछ बना लो अपना, दूसरा कुछ बना लो, whatever it is. but you need to understand what is going on at international level, global level, in order to make us relevant. For example, if you look at national education policy document, एक जीके के लिए पढ़ लीजिए, न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते हैं ना, न्यूज़पेपर की तरह पढ़ लीजिए, you will be getting many inputs. So now I'm referring certain points from National Education Policy 2020 document. Number one is 9.3D. 9.3D. So when I'm saying 9.3D, National Education Policy download करिएगा, खोलिएगा, chapter number 9. Go to chapter number 9, paragraph 9.3, subsection D, A, B, C, D. So 9.3D, which is very clearly and categorically writing revamping curriculum, revamping pedagogy, revamping assessment, revamping student support. Now this revamping will be done by us only. So 9.3D. Now 9.3D is to be done in relation to 12.6. So another reference is 12.6. Why 12.6? Because whatever revamping we are going to do, we need to take care of global expectations. So until and unless, as a faculty member, as an academician, we will be understanding those inputs, we cannot contribute. So 9.3D in relation to 12.6. Now come to page number 5 and page number 6 of NEP 2020 English version document, page number 5, page number 6. I'm mentioning page number so that you can relate it. Why page number 5, page number 6? I will be requesting you to read page number 5 and page number 6 because guiding principles of entire policy have been mentioned there. Whether it is a principle of foundational literacy and numeracy, it is a principle of multidisciplinarity, it is a principle of local respect for diversity, respect for local, all the guiding principles. Now, why I am requesting this? Because one recent document which has been released by UGC, National Credit Framework. National Credit Framework. For two reasons, I am recommending you to read this document. For two reasons. Reason number one, that entire education system of India has now been divided into 8 levels. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, then level 4.5, level 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7 and 8. You cannot afford to ignore this. You cannot afford. क्यों नहीं afford कर पाएंगे आप? आपका स्टूडेंट अगर यहाँ लेवल 6 से लेवल 8 में जाना चाहता है, या वो एंट्री एग्जिट लेना चाहता है, या वो फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटी के साथ कोलैबोरेट करना चाहता है, you need to have these levels. You need to incorporate all these things into your curriculum, whether you like it or don't like it. आप नेशनल शब्द हटा दो, स्टेट ले आओ, के ले आओ, जो भी ले दो, एन को एस से रिप्लेस कर दो, एस को के से रिप्लेस कर दो, इमैटेरियल, बट द ग्लोबल डिमांड्स, ग्लोबल एक्सपेक्टेशन. So this document I am referring, National Credit Framework document, for two reasons. Reason number one, that entire education system of India has now been divided into 8 levels. Level 1, 2, 3, 4, then 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7 and 8. तो क्या है? लेवल हमारा स्टूडेंट क्लास 5 पास करेगा. आफ्टर क्लास 5, level 1 will be completed. After class 8th, level 2 will be completed. After class 10th, level 3 will be completed. After class 12th, level 4 will be completed. Now, when that student come to us, that means in higher education, after level 4, हमारे पास कहाँ एंट्री करेगा? 4.5 में, यानी पहला साल, 2 सेमेस्टर पहला साल 4.5, 2 सेमेस्टर दूसरा साल 5, 2 सेमेस्टर तीसरा साल 5.5, 2 सेमेस्टर चौथा साल लेवल 6. अब आप एक बात सुन रहे होंगे कि हमारा स्टूडेंट ग्रेजुएशन से सीधे पीएचडी में चला जाएगा, यानी फ्रॉम लेवल 6 टू लेवल 8 चला जाएगा. जो स्टूडेंट पीछे बैठे हुए हैं, अभी आप पता नहीं किस लेवल में हैं, बट लेवल 6 टू लेवल 8 यू कैन गो स्ट्रेट. ये बात अगर आपको पता होगी, हम एज ए फैकल्टी मेंबर ऑफ हायर एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशन अगर हम आपको ये बताएंगे, then only you will be in a position to capitalize all these good things from policy. So from level 6 to level 8, any student can move from level 6 to level 8. सारे स्टूडेंट जाएंगे क्या लेवल 6 टू लेवल 8? नो. कौन सा स्टूडेंट लेवल 6 से लेवल 8 में जाएगा? Who will be the students who will be moving from level 6 to level 8? The students who have secured 7.5 CGPA in level 4.5, 5, 5.5 and 6, and they have opted 12 credit research course at level 6. They will be the student who will be switching from level 6 to level 8 straight away. अब ये स्टूडेंट के लिए बहुत बड़ा फायदा है, बट ये बात हमको एज ए हायर एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशन हमको बतानी है, स्टूडेंट्स को हमको बतानी है, सोसाइटी को. There is a document by UGC on multidisciplinarity where it has been written very clearly and categorically that as an higher education institution, you are supposed to invite people. You are supposed to invite guardians from Mysore city to make them aware on all these aspects. so that अगर आपका स्टूडेंट यहाँ से पीजी करके बाहर जाता है, यूजी करके यहाँ से बाहर पीजी करने जाता है, so he can keep pace with. So that is why understanding the intent and understanding the content of national education policy is very important from this mobility point of view. Then as I said, IKS, if you look at IKS, we are making mistake, pan India, and this I am telling you from my experience. And I am having my own interaction from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Nagaland to Kaksh. Pan India, I am witnessing this mistake that introduced 1 credit, 2 credit course. I think here also 1 credit or 2 credit course has been introduced in the name of IKS, or introduce a degree program. एक पिक्चर आई थी ओह माय गॉड हिंदी में, ओह माय गॉड, कितने लोगों ने देखी है ओह माय गॉड? उसमें जो परेश रावल मर जाता है तो उसी को भगवान बना देते हैं, वही हम कर रहे हैं आईकेएस में. We need to avoid that. So introducing a paper won't work. Introducing a course program won't work. So we, as I said earlier, whatever subject you are teaching, you need to dig. You need to dig the content, the pedagogy, the assessment, the ethos from policy. You need to bring into your classrooms. You need to create your own pedagogical issues. Now, another important issue, that is multidisciplinarity. Multidisciplinarity is core of IKS, is core of IKS. Whenever India had been the Vishwaguru, जब कभी भारत विश्वगुरु रहा होगा, that time the entire soul, ताना बाना, प्राण, आत्मा was multidisciplinarity. Because time is less, let me tell you one experience again, my own experience. I was delivering one lecture at Dehradun. It was for senior faculty members. When my lecture got over, one professor raised hand and said, "Sir, we are number 1 university who have implemented policy." I said, "Congratulations." क्योंकि आप महान हैं, क्योंकि अभी एनईपी हम कर ही नहीं सकते, नंबर 1 हो ही नहीं सकते, क्योंकि बहुत सारी चीजें करनी बाकी हैं. I said, "Congratulations, why to argue?" Then he said, "Sir, we have implemented multidisciplinarity also." I said, "Congratulations." Then he said, "Sir, but since we have implemented multidisciplinarity, there is a resistance from students. There is a agitation from student side." Then I asked, "Kya kiya hai aapne? What you did that the students are agitating?" He said, "Sir, the combination which we have given to the students are resisting." I said, "Let me correct you. The combination of subjects you have given or students have opted. If you understand the difference between your giving and students choosing, then only you will be understanding the essence of multidisciplinarity. So you are not supposed to give. You are supposed to create number of choices, keeping in view your limitations. You are supposed to create choices. Among those choices, from those choices, students are supposed to make their learning baskets. Students will be making their learning basket, क्योंकि उसको पता है कि उसको फिजिक्स के साथ म्यूजिक पढ़ना है, म्यूजिक के साथ उसको संस्कृत पढ़ना है, संस्कृत के साथ उसको केमिस्ट्री पढ़ना है. So keeping in view the framework, you need to create number of choices. अब मैं मंगल ग्रह से तो आया नहीं हूं, I am not from Mars, I am from Earth only. So I understand that each institution is having limitations in terms of human resources, financial resources, infrastructural resources. So keeping in view all the limitations in mind, you are supposed to create number of choices. Now, where is the problem? And I am witnessing these problem in university. I am a student of typical government primary school. When I passed class 8th, मुझे लगता है आप में से बहुत सारे लोग इसी तरह से होंगे. When I passed class 8th, I went to my mother. So my mother was teacher. So I said, which side I should opt? She said, you should take art side. Okay. Then in the evening, my father came. He was in railways. So I asked which side I should take. He said, you should take science side. Okay. Then I went to my neighbor. He said, you should take commerce side. Okay. Then I was confused. I again went to my mother. Mother said, okay, you go to your mama and you go to your mausi. So they said, what your mother said, art side, so art side. Then I again told to my father. He said, no, you go to your chacha and you go to your bua. अपनी अपनी पार्टी के पास भेजा लोगों ने. Anyways, the purpose is Finally, I concluded and opted science side. Once I entered into science side, all these side subjects were blocked for me. So I have been groomed in such a regimented manner, कि मुझे अब बात करने से दूसरों में प्रॉब्लम होती है. यूनिवर्सिटीज आई एम फेसिंग दिस इश्यूज. तो वो फिजिक्स वाले प्रोफेसर कहेंगे, अच्छा तुम संस्कृत पढ़ोगे, केमिस्ट्री वाला का अच्छा तुम म्यूजिक पढ़ोगे, म्यूजिक वाला कहेगा अच्छा तुम केमिस्ट्री पढ़ोगे. Why? Because we have been groomed in such a regimented manner that understanding multidisciplinarity, executing multidisciplinarity is really difficult, and that is why nowadays I am using two words: interdepartmental dialogue, intradepartmental dialogue, interfaculty dialogue, intrafaculty dialogue, interinstitution dialogue, intra-institution dialogue, inter-university dialogue, intra-university dialogue, to come out from these rigid cells. मैं एक अमेरिका के न्यूयॉर्क यूनिवर्सिटी के एक प्रोफेसर है, प्रोफेसर मैथ्यू, उनसे पूछ रहा था कि आप लोग कैसे कर रहे हैं इसको, आप लोग कैसे कर रहे हैं इसको. नाउ ही टोल्ड मी अ वेरी सिंपल एग्जांपल. He said that I am Professor Matthew and I teach educational leadership of 4 credit. Fine. I am Professor Matthew and I teach educational leadership of 4 credit. Now my university has given a frame where number of choices have been given. Now there is a choice in the hands of students to make their learning basket. So now the students who have opted for educational leadership, they come to me, there is my class, I teach them educational leadership for 4 credits, and I never bother whether they are from science or art or commerce or music or this or that. So they have opted and I evaluate them, I deposit their credit into the academic bank of credit. So this is the system which we are supposed to follow now. But for this, all these reasons, we need to understand, agar hum as a state, because I know there are certain states who are resisting policy. See, अगर हम resist कर रहे हैं तो हमारा जो स्टूडेंट है वो कट ऑफ हो जाएगा, बाकी जो एक ग्लोबल सिस्टम उससे कट ऑफ हो जाएगा, क्योंकि क्रेडिट मोबिलिटी इज नाउ अक्रॉस द ग्लोब. Now you know the concept of joint degree, dual degree, twinning degree, like concepts. So we need to understand all these things. Now, change is the law of nature. We all know this. Change is the law of nature. John Dewey made one statement. John Dewey. He said, if we teach today as we taught yesterday, then we rob the children of tomorrow. So any institution, any individual who resisted change is spoiled. So we need to appreciate change. Let me tell you 2 more things before showing this slide, and then I will not be reading. I will just show and will bind my session because time is less in my hand, because validity session is to be started on time. Winston Churchill used to say, I like to learn but hate to be taught. I like to learn but hate to be taught. Similarly, Albert Einstein used to say, I never teach my people. I only attempt to provide conditions in which they can learn. Very intentionally, very purposefully, I quoted these 2 names, Winston Churchill and Albert Einstein, so that you can take me seriously. Now let me tell you, because हमारा डीएनए ऐसा हो गया ना, जब विस्टन चर्चिल को कह रहा है पढ़ा लिखा आदमी है, अल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन जानता है पढ़ा लिखा आदमी. नाउ आई एम टेलिंग यू द एग्जांपल फ्रॉम विवेकानंद, which I made the statement in the inaugural session. विवेकानंद की एक छोटी सी किताब है, कन्नड़ में भी है, बंगाली में भी है, हिंदी में भी है, अंग्रेजी में भी है, हर भाषा में है. जब मैंने खरीदी थी 8 रुपए की थी. आज मैंने कहीं लेक्चर दिया, मैंने कहा 24 रुपए की हो गई है, तो एक पार्टिसिपेंट ने कहा नहीं सर अब 40 की हो गई है. सो एनीवेज, टाइटल है उसका एजुकेशन, छोटी सी पॉकेट बुक है. उस किताब में वो एक एनालॉजी देते हैं, वो कहते हैं जिस तरह से हम सरसों के दाने को हाथ पर रखकर पेड़ नहीं बना सकते, किसी भी दाने को हम हाथ पे रख के पेड़ बना सकते हैं क्या? नहीं बना सकते. तो वो कहते हैं जिस तरह से हम बीज को हाथ पर रखकर पेड़ नहीं बना सकते, उसी तरह से हम पढ़ा नहीं सकते. तो बीज को पेड़ बनाना है तो क्या करना होगा? उसको मिट्टी में डालना होगा, पानी डालना होगा, धूप दिखानी होगी, सुरक्षा करनी होगी, That means we are working as a facilitator. Where is the potential to become a tree? In that seed. And that is why Swami Vivekananda says, education is the manifestation of perfection already in man. Already in man. और इसीलिए भारत ने अपनी आंखें बंद की, अन्नमय कोश, प्राणमय कोश, मनोमय कोश, विज्ञानमय कोश, आनंदमय कोश के बाहर गया और पूरी सृष्टि के साथ उसका तादात्म्य हो गया. एंटायर यूनिवर्स दैट ऋषि कैन सॉ. पाराशर का ग्रंथ पढ़िए आप, पाराशर का, उसमें क्या है कि कौन सा प्लेनेट कहां से कहां चलेगा और हमारे ऊपर क्या असर पड़ेगा, और वो पड़ता है वो. हाउ ही कुड विजुअलाइज. तो अन्नमय कोश, प्राणमय कोश, मनोमय कोश, विज्ञान आनंदमय कोश, विज्ञानमय कोश, आनंदमय कोश, इन कोर्सेस को जैसे ही पार किया हमने, नाउ हाउ टू डेवलप अन्नमय कोश? वेरी सिंपल. राइट फूड, राइट क्वांटिटी, राइट टाइम, डेवलप हो गया अन्नमय कोश. आर वी फॉलोइंग दिस? तो ये छोटे छोटे, देयर आर स्मॉल स्मॉल एग्जांपल्स which we need to bring in our daily life in order, instead of teaching one extra paper or creating one course. So let me tell you one more thing. In my classes, generally I ask a question, first class, they're a very beginning class. What is the aim of education? What is the aim of? Very simple question I ask. What is the aim of education? Aim of education is all-round development of a student. That is what we are calling in the National Education Policy, holistic development. So all-round development of a student. Now the next question comes. What do we mean by this all-round development of a student? So the standard answer to this question is balanced development of CAP. Balanced development of CAP. What is this C? Cognitive domain. What is this A? Affective domain. What is this P? Psychomotor domain. So what is the aim of education? Aim of education is all-round development of a student. What is this all-round development of a student? All-round development of a student is balanced development of cognitive, affective and psychomotor domain. Let me simplify these technical terms. Balanced development of head, heart and hand. Head, heart and hand. So one professor, I hosted one professor from USA under Fulbright Fellowship in my university in Shantiniketan. So he was from US, so he was appreciating the system of education US like anything. थोड़ी देर तक तो मैंने उनको सुना, उसके बाद मैंने कहा कि सर, अमेरिकन सिस्टम ऑफ एजुकेशन पर I cannot question. I don't have capacity to question, to put a question on American education system of education. But in India, in spite of having all the troubles, अभी हमारे बच्चों का रिवॉल्वर लेके आना और गोली मारना बचा है, जो आपके यहां रोज हो रहा है. Why? Because cognitive domain, we are focusing on cognitive domain, affective domain and psychomotor domain. तो वो बात हो गई, वो चले गए, वापस चले गए. उनके जाने के 1 महीने के बाद हरियाणा में किसी स्टूडेंट ने प्रिंसिपल को गोली मार दी. So he shared that news to me. I said it's your effect. So let me conclude again by quoting Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan ji. That day I quoted. Again I am quoting. Universities. When I am saying universities, it is higher education institution like yours. Universities, as the makers of the future, cannot persist in the old patterns, however valid they may have been in their own day. With the increasing complexity of society and its shifting pattern, universities have to change their objectives and methods if they are to function effectively in our national life. In this regard, in this sense, we need to bring inputs from Indian knowledge system. We need to take care of 21st century needs. We need to create a balance between these two. In IUCT, in last 2 months, we did 4 programs, 2 on artificial intelligence and 2 were on Indian knowledge system. So let me now Indian knowledge system, when we are discussing Indian knowledge system, within infinite myths lies an eternal truth. बहुत सारे myths में eternal truth है. कौन देखता है? Who sees it all? Who sees it all? Varuna can see, but Varuna has how many eyes? 1000 eyes. Indra can see, but he is having 100 eyes. We and you, I and you are trying to see those truth with only 2 eyes. So it's very so 3, 4 things I will be sharing and then I will be stopping. Now this what Swami Veereshanand was referring. This I have taken from Will Durant, The Story of Civilization. Will Durant is writing this. India was the motherland of our race and Sanskrit the mother of Europe's language. She was the mother of our philosophy, mother through the Arabs of much of our mathematics, mother through the Buddha of the ideals embodied in Christianity, mother through the religious community of self-government and democracy. Mother India is in many ways the mother of us all. This is being written by Will Durant. Now, if you Maharshi Kapila, how many of you have heard this name? Kapil, Maharshi Kapil. If you visit Ganga Sagar in Bengal, सारे तीर्थ बार बार गंगा सागर एक बार है ना, देयर महर्षि कपिल का वहां टेम्पल है. So this has been said by Vivekanand ji. There is no philosophy in the world that is not indebted to Kapila. Pythagoras came to India, studied philosophy, and that was the beginning of philosophy of Greeks. The Sankhya philosophy of Kapila was the first rational system of the world ever saw. Every metaphysician in the world must pay homage to him. Now, the third one is as shared by Swami Vivekanand ji. I want to impress your mind that we are bound to listen to him as a great father of philosophy. This wonderful man, the most ancient of philosophers, is mentioned even in the Shruti. Shruti में भी इनका जिक्र आता है. O Lord, thou who produced the sage Kapila in the beginning. Swami Vivekanand. Thiruvalluvar, 200 BC, or roughly around 2000 years back, shared one written one statement: let a human being learn thoroughly whatever he or she may learn, and let his conduct be worthy of his learning. जरा इस स्टेटमेंट को 2 भागों में बांट दीजिए. Let a human being learn thoroughly whatever he or she may learn. It is not that whatever you want to teach. That means learning basket, making learning basket, multidisciplinarity, like intent, and let his or her conduct be worthy of his learning. Holistic education. आप किसी भी यूनिवर्सिटी की इन्वायरमेंटल एजुकेशन की क्लास में जाइए, 1 घंटे तक टीचर और स्टूडेंट इन्वायरमेंट के तमाम कंसर्न्स पर बात करने के बाद जलता हुआ बल्ब और चलता हुआ एसी बाहर छोड़ के बाहर चले जाते हैं. That means our learning is not suited. Now, there is one concern which is shared by Rabindranath Tagore. I need your attention because you are from engineering science background. Rabindranath Tagore says that education is a living, not a mechanical process. Education is a living, not a mechanical process, is a truth as freely admitted as it is persistently ignored. So we need to take care of this while dealing with pedagogy. Okay, this I have already shared, the difference between India and West, inner world and outer world. Now, if you look at the such Indian education system, 4 aims of life: dharma, artha, kam, moksha. What is dharma? Leading a righteous life, honest life, ethical life, moral conduct. What is artha? Creating wealth, supporting family, supporting society. What is kama? Fulfilling desires. What desires? Legitimate desires, acceptable desires. And what is moksha? End of cycle of rebirth. So these 4 aims of life were there, and these 4 aims of life were used to be achieved by these 4 ashramas. Scientific it was. 4 ashram: brahmacharya ashram, celibacy, 0 to 25; grahastha ashram, where you can create family, where you can make money, where you can create wealth, where you can get married, where you can have family, where you can have children, where you can take care of society, where you can take care of. Now stage 3, vanapastra ashram. गाड़ी की तो आप पहले तो सेलिबेसी में थे, फिर आप गाड़ी की स्टीयरिंग स्टेज पे आ गए, और उसके बाद वानप्रस्थ में गाड़ी की बैक स्टेज में आ गए, बैक सीट पे आ गए, और उसके बाद गाड़ी से चुपचाप उतर गए. So this is all IKS. So we need to relate with the life's experience. Now, Madam Aarti Madam was telling one thing which I liked most, that copy paste से हमको बचना है. copy paste has spoiled us. There is a professor in Patna, Professor Gyandev. वो एक बड़ी अच्छी बात कहते हैं, हिंदी में कहते हैं वो इस बात को, वो कहते हैं कि भैया बहुत हो गया, मैकॉले को माफ कर दो, अब मैकॉले की हड्डियां भी गल गई होंगी, अब तो मैकॉले को माफ कर दो और खुद जिम्मेदारी लेना सीखो। 1947 में मैकॉले नहीं था, 1947 में हम थे। सो वी नीड टू लर्न टू ओन आवर अकाउंटेबिलिटी। हम कब अपनी जिम्मेदारी कब, सो वी हैव क्रिएटेड अ काइंड ऑफ डीएनए जहां हम ब्लेम गेम, अपनी जिम्मेदारी से भागते, नहीं नहीं हम दोषी नहीं है, वो दोषी था, वो दोषी नहीं है, वो दोषी था, वो दोषी नहीं है, वो दोषी था। सो वी नीड टू ओन दिस। व्हाई आई एम सेइंग दिस, बिकॉज the way we are making our curriculum, I don't know how many of you are involved in making curriculum. I am involved in making curriculum in different universities as expert. So wherever I visit, in curriculum development committees, कैसे बनाते हैं curriculum? Good content from University of Mysore, good content from Delhi University, good content from Honolulu University, good content from that university, copy and paste in different units without giving sense, writing the learning outcomes. The books which are available in the library, giving them in reference, creating nonsense. Yes, ये इस बात को, the issue which you have raised, that when we make our curriculum based on copying and pasting, we make bulky curriculum, overloaded curriculum, overflooded curriculum, and that is why National Education Policy Document 2020, page number 3, paragraph number 4 has very clearly and categorically written two things. Page number 3, paragraph number 4. Content reduction, developing mental faculty. Content reduction, developing mental faculty. लेकिन ये तभी होगा जब हम, उदाहरण के लिए ESD, Education for Sustainable Development. Fine. I don't know how many of you are aware of World Commission on Environment and Development. World UNESCO's commission. This was the UNESCO commission, World Commission on Environment and Development. The chairman of this commission was Gro Harlem Brundtland. The report, the name of the report was Our Common Future. Our Common Future. This report came in 1987. Since 1987, across the world, India is included in the list. We started running behind ESD. What is this ESD? Education for Sustainable Development. Earlier to this, we never bothered ESD. क्यों? क्योंकि ब्रटलैंड से आया है, यूनेस्को से आया है, पश्चिम से आया है, तो हमने इसको करिकुलम का हिस्सा बनाया. While Aesopnishad 1000 years back said similar thing. ईसावास्यमिदं सर्वं यत् किंचम जगत्याम जगत तेन तक तेन पूंजिता मागुरुदेह कस्य सिद्धनम. This was said by Aesopnishad thousands years back, but we could not make this sentiment as part of curriculum. We made this as a part of curriculum only when this was brought by Brundtland Commission in 1987 onwards. Similarly, this I quoted in my inaugural speech. Kathopanishad, thousands years back, Kathopanishad says, Sahana vavatu sahano bhunuktu saha viryam karvavahe tejashvina vadhitumastu vidishwavahe. What does it mean? It means, may he nourish us both. May we work together with great energy and strength. May our study be enlightening and fruitful. May we never have enmity toward. Who is we? Who is our? The teacher and student. We cannot ignore any aspect. We cannot let any aspect. So now this IKS, what is this IKS all about? IKS refers to the diverse indigenous intellectual traditions, philosophies, sciences and practices that have evolved in Indian subcontinent over millennia. Rooted in India's culture, spiritual and scientific heritage, IKS encompasses a wide range of disciplines, including but not limited to philosophy, medicine, astronomy, mathematics, architecture, linguistics, art, environmental. These systems are holistic in nature, integrating material and spiritual dimensions, and often emphasize sustainability, interconnectedness, and the well-being of all forms. So, हमें करना क्या है? So, what we are supposed to do? Scope of IKS, academic or science and technology में what we can do? Contribution to mathematics, zero, decimal, algebra, trigonometry, whatever contribution, we can bring all these things in our curriculum, we can make our students aware. Ancient astronomy, Aryabhatta, Bhaskaracharya's planetary motion, metallurgy, material science, all these rhetorical examples you are aware of. So bringing all these inputs from the legacy, incorporating all these inputs into your pedagogy, while transacting your content will bring IKS. Science and technology. Then you look at medicine and health. That very good lecture we heard, Professor Sinoy. Huh? Medicine and health, Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani systems, traditional practices like yoga, meditation, architecture, engineering, वास्तु शास्त्र से हम कंटेंट लेकर के आए, शिल्प शास्त्र से लेकर के आए, मोन्यूमेंट स्ट्रक्चर लाइक बृहदेश्वर टेम्पल, स्टेप वेल्स. आपके पास किसी के पास 100 का नोट है, नया वाला 100 का नोट है, 100 रुपीज नोट किसी की पॉकेट में पड़ा है, मेरे पास खत्म हो गया. हाँ, thank you so much. I will give you back. You just look at the back of this 100 rupees note. What is this? This is a Rani Ki Vav, UNESCO World Heritage site, and excellent example of preserving water. Rani Ki Vav is in Gujarat. Rani Ki Vav. You just explore. So we can, so all these things, monumental structures, we need to take input from all these things and bring to our pedagogy. Then our agriculture environment, Vriksha Ayurveda, indigenous water conservation methods like step wells and rainwater harvesting, rich traditional music, dance, painting, linguistic, holistic and multidisciplinary learning, contemporary, all these things I have already shared and it will be given to you. Cultural identity, national pride, global relevance. Now technology, what technology can do? In Varanasi, there is a university called Sampurnanand Sanskrit University. And only university of India which can affiliate colleges outside India. Yes. बाहर इंडिया के बाहर भी affiliation देती है. So that means international university. Somewhere 1791 it was established. That university is having huge collection of original manuscripts. My director was telling, Professor P.N. Singh sir was telling that even the manuscripts written by human blood, सोने के ह्यूमन स्क्रिप्ट सुना होगा आपने, सोने की, चांदी की, बट ह्यूमन ब्लड से लिखी हुई स्क्रिप्ट भी वहां पर रखी हैं, spoiled by different threats. So technology, what technology can do? Technology can preserve, digitize all these scripts. Now we have different softwares to get it translated into required languages. We can convert into different languages, disseminate. तो ये सब चीजें हम कर सकते हैं. 2020. So I'm not touching this. It is with you. So with this, I stop it, and I will be concluding this session with two small lines in Hindi. मैं तमाम उम्र गुनाह करता रहा. मैं तमाम उम्र गुनाह करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पर थी और आईना साफ करता रहा. This is one. Number 2. मंजिल मिल ही जाएगी, मंजिल मिल ही जाएगी, भटके हुए ही सही, गुमराह तो वो हैं जो घर से निकले ही नहीं. Thank you so much. First one, मैं तमाम उम्र गुनाह करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पर थी और आईना साफ करता रहा. दूसरा, सेकेंड वॉज मंजिल, डेस्टिनेशन, मंजिल मिल ही जाएगी, भटके हुए ही सही, गुमराह, गुमराह मीन्स अनअवेयरनेस, गुमराह तो वो हैं जो घर से निकले ही नहीं. वंस यू मूव आउट फ्रॉम योर हाउस, सो आईकेएस हमने शुरू कर दिया है, हम पहुंचेंगे, निश्चित रूप से पहुंचेंगे, आज नहीं, कल नहीं, परसों पहुंचेंगे. थैंक यू सो मच.
हेलो.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insight. Now, I request Dr. Shyam Prasad, sir, Dr. Praveen Mellarli, sir, and Dr. Bhagyashree, ma'am, to felicitate Dr. Ashish Srivatsava, sir.